Amazon and Alibaba, both fighting to win the future of global e-commerce. Their goal? Totally the same. But their strategies for getting there, well, they are polar opposites. Let's break down their battle plans. It really all boils down to one huge strategic question. If you want to ship billions of items to millions of people, what's the better play? Do you build this impenetrable fortress that you control from top to bottom, or do you weave a massive, super flexible network of partners? Well, Amazon and Alibaba have bet billions of dollars on two completely different answers to that exact question, and you're about to see how different they really are. And this right here, this is the heart of the whole conflict. On one side, you've got Amazon, the fortress. They're asset-heavy, and their whole philosophy is own everything. Warehouses, delivery drones, you name it. On the other side, you have Alibaba, the network. They're asset-light, and their goal is to orchestrate everyone else through technology. Let's see how these two philosophies actually play out in the real world. Okay, first up, let's just get a sense of the sheer scale we're talking about here and really nail down the profiles of these two giants. Just look at this comparison. It tells you the whole story. Amazon has a massive army of 1.5 million employees. Alibaba, not even 250,000. But then, look at the product SKUs. That's the number of individual items for sale. Alibaba has more than double the variety of Amazon. And this perfectly illustrates the difference, right? Amazon's fortress needs a gigantic physical workforce, while Alibaba's network can create this massive virtual storefront with a much, much smaller team. All right, next, let's talk logistics. How do these completely different models actually get a package from the moment you click buy to your front door? 750,000. Now, that is not the population of a city. That's the number of autonomous robots working inside Amazon's fulfillment centers. This is the very heart of the fortress strategy. You achieve total, absolute control by investing a ton in automation. And the impact is just immense. These robots let Amazon pack 50% more stuff into the same amount of space. They cut down how much workers have to walk by a staggering 75%, and they processed 375 million items on a single Prime Day. The key takeaway here? Owning the technology from end to end creates incredible efficiency. Okay, now for the contrast. 3,000, that's the number of third-party depots in Canayo, which is Alibaba's logistics network. See, Alibaba doesn't own them, it just coordinates them. So while Amazon is busy building robots, Alibaba is building a brain. It uses IoT sensors and AI to basically be the conductor for a massive orchestra of partners. And this is how they were able to process an unbelievable 2.3 billion parcels during a single shopping festival. Their network model means they can scale up or down almost instantly without spending billions on new buildings. But, and there is a but, this network approach has a very clear trade-off. While Cainiao hits an impressive 90% same-day delivery in big Chinese cities, that lack of direct control comes at a price. Their customer complaint rate is 3 times higher than Amazon's. So the network gives you speed, but the fortress gives you consistency. Okay, so we've seen how they move the boxes. But how do these different models actually feel to us, the people doing the shopping? Let's break down their customer experience into 3 key levels. First, just pure transactional efficiency. How fast can you actually buy something? Second, relational engagement. How do they keep you coming back for more? And third, experiential personalization. How do they make it feel like the whole thing was designed just for you? On the transactional level, both of them are masters of speed. Amazon's famous one-click checkout takes about 5 seconds, pretty fast. But Alibaba's facial scan through Alipay is even faster, at just 2 seconds. But here's the thing, that speed comes with a hidden risk. While Amazon's payment system is pretty decentralized, Alibaba's total reliance on Alipay creates a single point of failure that could be really vulnerable to regulators. Now, when it comes to loyalty, their philosophies split again. Amazon's fortress strategy, that's Prime. Its incredible 93% renewal rate is all about the sunk cost fallacy. You've already paid the annual fee, so you feel like you have to get your money's worth. Alibaba's network strategy uses their 88 VIP program to lock you into their entire ecosystem, bundling shopping with streaming, food delivery, and even games. And for personalization, the difference is just wild. Amazon's data-driven fortress looks to the past. It uses a recommendation engine based on what you've bought before to drive a third of its sales. It's all about what you have done. Alibaba's network, with Taobao Live is all about the present. It's a live, interactive shoppertainment festival that generates $60 billion using real-time community buzz and even 24/7 AI streamers to drive sales based on what's hot right now. So how do these models actually hold up when they go global? Let's zoom out a bit and look at their international expansion plans. And this is where we see each model's Achilles heel on the world stage. Amazon's fortress keeps running into regulatory walls. When you own everything, you have to comply with every single local rule, from EU digital bills to investment caps in India. Alibaba's network, though, is super vulnerable to geopolitics. A sudden shift in US-China relations or a random app ban in India can just sever critical links in its network overnight. So after looking at logistics, customer experience, and global expansion, what's the final verdict? Which one of these models is actually better? So, which is better? Well, the truth is, it completely depends on the battlefield. The Fortress model, with all its emphasis on ownership and control, is just perfect for stable, predictable markets where consistency is king. But the network model, with its amazing flexibility and speed, absolutely thrives in more volatile and fast-growing emerging markets. This final scorecard really lays it all out. Amazon's Fortress strategy bets everything on control. What you get is high quality and consistency, but it comes at a massive financial cost, and it means they're slow to adapt. Alibaba's network strategy bets on flexibility. This lets them achieve incredible scale with low investment, but they sacrifice that direct control, which leads to a higher error rate. They're two fundamentally different paths to power. And all of this leaves us with one final question to think about. As commerce keeps evolving, what's ultimately going to be more valuable? The total ownership that you get with a fortress, or the widespread influence that comes from a network? The answer to that is going to define the next decade of how all of us shop.